You move, I empty your fucking brains on the floor.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Throwing up the horns. All right. Already.
Yeah.
Nina Bergman in the house, hanging out with the samurai today. Nina, how have you been?
I have been great.
You've
Really
been
good.
you've been you've been really busy, I see, recently.
Mhm. I have.
Hey, this is awesome that you can hang out with the samurai today. We're going to talk movies and we're going to get to your newest film, Hell Hath No Fury. It's going to
Yes.
be a lot of fun. Can't wait to talk about that. First off, we got the Movie Dojo Army showing up right now to hang out with us. We got Tino in the house, Jake Hall, Heather Love, Omegon. That's right. Joseph, AJ, Robert. They're slowly trickling in to hang out with us today. And this is an honor to have you here on the show to hang out. That's right. And let's go ahead and get to it. Let's go ahead and get in it. So how long have you been a professional musician, singer, and all that stuff? How long have you been singing?
Pretty much my whole life. But I went to musical theater school. I, studied opera, but I've always had a bit of an edge, and I was kind of like angrier.
It's fun.
Yeah, I'll show you. Like, I'm actually somewhere very secretive right now, working on something down here. Can you see what this is?
Oh, look at that. All right. We're
Ah,
getting a tour.
I know
Nice. I like it.
that's what's happening today, but it's hush hush. New
Okay.
music will be coming soon.
All right. All right. I'm
Yeah.
sure your fans are excited for that. How awesome is that?
Hmm.
Nice. So it's been like what, 20 years or been
Yeah, I
too?
mean, I've been singing. My grandparents were Russian gypsies, and they were traveling around doing like the gypsy traditional songs in
Yeah.
Eastern Europe. So I started with them, and then I was one of those that would like write my lyrics on the walls when I was like little, and my parents would yell at me, and I was always very expressive. I just needed to express.
Do you
You
like all kinds of music? Do you a little bit here and there, or you have a certain
know?
favorite? Like this is my favorite, and then you go from there.
Anything like to me that's like authentic. Like I'll
Ah,
listen to opera if I feel it. I'll listen country, yeah. um, you know, for me, I don't know. I started getting into harder music when I found Trent Reznor. Then
nice.
when I found Nine Inch Nails, I was like, oh, a guy, who says what I feel, but he's, kind of not looks like me, but not all. I have no piercings, I have no tats,
Yeah.
but soul, I kind of look like you. My soul looks like you. You know what I mean? And that's when I started getting into heavier music, and then I realized I'm just really good at it.
Oh, look at
I was good at it because,
that.
like, I
I
went long
love it.
and I had a lot to say.
Nice, nice. Love
Mm.
it. It's just I don't know. It's just something about hard rock and metal, industrial. It gives
I
you
know,
that
I had
pump.
a wall of
Yeah.
sound. Like acoustic for me is excruciating to sit vulnerable at a piano. I have a song that's gonna come out, just me and the piano. I think it's excruciating. I find it very I can't hide.
Yeah.
Where when I'm in that wall of sound,
Yeah.
I feel home.
Nice, nice. You found that 9 Inch Nails, and that was it. That is a wrap. Any bands you listening to right now?
Well, it all depends. The project that I've been working on right now has been I've been going back to like the Depeche Mode and like the more like darker electronic sounding.
Yeah.
For
Little bit of that synth wave, a little bit, but a darker version.
Yeah, exactly. Synthwave is exactly what I've been doing, and then I, had another movie that's going to come out, Seize the Night, that's about a goth singer. So I went back to all of that, goth
Nice.
in the 90s. So I've been listening to a lot of that. But then, like with Hell Hath No Fury, all I listened to was, 1930s French jazz and, anything in that genre to just kind of
Right.
enter the world of my character. So I'm very much like I'll listen to whatever the project I'm working on. Does that make sense?
Nice. Yeah, yeah. You want to immerse yourself in that
Yes.
era.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
But
makes
with
sense.
me, I like it a little harder.
There you go. There you go. That's it. And chat's loving it right here. They're like, oh hell yeah, 9 Inch Nails. They're loving it. They go 9 Inch
Yeah.
Nails, my girl. Oh yeah, they're loving it over here.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. But yeah, so Letters from the Fire.
Hmm.
Have you always been with them, or you're because you had your own solo stuff too?
Yeah. I was in bands my whole life, and then I got signed to Warner Brothers. I got a big record deal, 6-album deal with Rob Cavallo with a
Man,
band that I created called Dead Rose Beauty, and toured with, we went out with Meatloaf, Scorpions, all those guys.
nice.
So Warner Brothers signed us, and then they fired the band. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yes. And then they're like, oh, Nina, she can be like, this kind of, at that time, like a edgier, like Lady Gaga. So they
Right.
had me like write with everyone, and they wanted me to turn into something that I wasn't. And then I
Right.
finally got out. And then as soon as I got out of my contract, Letters from the Fire let their singer go. And then they snatched me up.
They
And
snatched you up.
then, yeah,
They're
they
like,
snatched me
she's
up.
badass. She sings like a badass. Snatch. We got to get her.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what happened. But then it was really hard to, it's like having two lovers. It's like because I would, yeah, I couldn't really audition from the road, being on tour and going to a different city every night. And it's just such a different world. I couldn't really do both. So
Right.
I had to decide who I was going to marry.
There you go. Boom. You met. You had your pick of the litter right here. Look
I
at that,
know.
looking badass. Nice.
I
I
know.
actually.
What?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, music is very much in rock music. It's one part of me that I use. And where with the acting, you get to use all these different colors, and I feel like I have so many colors. And in the rock world, when I try to be a little more vulnerable, or try to do something a little more different,
Yeah.
um, I was kind of in a box, and I
Mm.
need to get out of the box. Where with acting, I can be anything. There's like
Yeah.
there's no limits, and I don't have to play the same character.
Right. Yeah.
If not that I was playing a character in music, but it was particularly with that band. I was in a box. I was an actor
Gotcha.
block, and
Gotcha. Gotcha.
so that's why I had to make a
Yeah.
decision.
Well, I heard Harley. I saw the music video.
Yeah,
This music video was badass.
thank you.
Like this was badass, man. I was getting that Mad Max Fury Road vibe a little bit. But Rob, I didn't know Rob from Volbeat did the guitar on
Yeah,
that.
we did the guitar solo. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
was like, what?
Danish like me. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's
I
a
like
guitar
Volbeat,
solo.
man.
Yeah,
They're supposedly coming out here to play here with Ghost. They're doing like a double bill. I think next year in March.
nice.
I'm gonna try to go see them because I've always wanted to see them, but I always miss them for some reason. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, I was like, what? Rob's a part of this?
I
What?
know he killed that solo. I thought.
Killed it. And the
Yeah,
video was badass. You
I
riding
think.
them bikes. That was the shit. I also found out that you did a little bit of amateur boxing
Yeah,
as well. I was like, man. So I was like, once I found that out, I was trying to look up video to see if I could see you box, and I came across some training videos,
mhm.
and I was like, yo, Nina's got hands, yo. Like Nina's got hands. If I ever meet you in real life, I will not mess with you. I'm gonna get knocked out. I already know this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was watching your training
Mhm.
regimen, and man, you work your ass off. Like you really, really put in the work here. And I think I wanted to show that to chat and just to make sure they see how much work you put into this because this is like for me it would be a lot more grueling, but I had to post this. this picture here.
And my trainer
You're
said,
like,
"How we do abs."
yeah, you're throwing up the horns there. I was like, oh, this is great. I have to
He's
show this.
heavy. He's pure muscles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And you were like, you were taking it. You were like, that's it. You're like, that's it. Oh man. But when I saw you doing this kind of stuff,
mm-hmm.
I was just like, God, man. Like it was just. If Samurai Guy tried to do this, I would just collapse. I would just shatter in a million pieces.
We would start easy. You know what I mean?
I guess. I don't know. But I was like, man. And then those one-legged, one-arm push-ups that you're doing, that was crazy, man. But I just wanted to show that to chat. Like, Nina gets down. You know what I'm saying? When she's training, she gets down. That's how she rolls.
I do everything full out. Otherwise,
That's it.
you know what I mean?
That's it. Rock music, movies,
Rock music, or if
training.
I go full out. I don't hold back. I go
That's
all
right. That's right.
everything
And
enough.
I mean, yeah. Again, I would shatter, and then and then I saw this photo here of you rocking out singing, and I was like, is that like 30 abs?
It's all the veggies I eat. It's that vegan diet.
There you go. Is that like 40 abs? Samurai's guy he has one big round fluffy ab.
It's nice. You just have a one pack.
That's it. That's it. One pack, baby.
It's if you were screaming and jumping around like me and eating all veggies, I guarantee
That's
you.
it. All right, I'm gonna have to change the diet.
Twins.
But then I was like, okay, now Nina's showing off. Now she's just showing off how
I
badass she is.
I just wanted to show the bottle challenge.
Yeah, but
Jason,
that kick, I don't even know what to call that kick. That's like amazing.
And I
But
just wanted to see if I could, and I did it in the first take. I was like, all right.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. But I saw this, and then I saw that you did the same kick, similar kick in another movie, and I was like, I think that should be your patented kick, your signature kick. Yes, like Cynthia Rothrock has her little scorpion kick that she does. I think for future action movies, I say try to sneak it in. Give it the fight choreographer.
You're onto something. Yeah. I think
Signature kick.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should.
I will. Yeah. I've been training with my co-star from Hell Hath No Fury, Daniel Bernhardt.
Yes.
Yes. And maybe I'll tell him. I said, for the next thing I'm doing with him, like let's do the
Bergman
split, the
Yeah.
Bergman kick.
Yeah, we got to come up with a cool name.
Yeah,
We'll call it the Bergman for now. I think you should. I think that should be your signature. I would love that. Well, speaking of, we're going to get to Hell Hath No Fury, but since you brought up his name, how was it working with the legend here?
He was amazing. I was, to be completely honest, I was like, oh, stunt guy. He loves to be a good actor. You know what I mean? Spends too much time in the gym. Not that I judge or anything, but no, he was amazing. He's actually a fantastic actor. He really, on this movie, everyone went all the way. So I couldn't have done it without all of those guys. And Daniel really went there, and we became close after. And I think people are going to be shocked. I've since then seen a lot of his work, and I do think that this is some of his best work. Yeah, I mean, he's really he's an actor.
Yeah,
he's fantastic. I think people will be really surprised to see him in this movie. He was a great co-star. Couldn't have asked for a better Von Bruckner.
Yeah,
I've
been a fan of that guy since like the '90s, man. He's a phenomenal martial artist, and now
you should try to train with him. You should try. You should try to train with him. You cannot walk for a week after.
I would love to. Daniel, you're listening to this, all right? Samurai Guy, let's team up. Hook up a workout regimen for me, and Nina could do the diet plan, and then
just
you help me out with that. You got Jake Hall showing up here saying, "Respect, Nina rocks." That's right. Heather Love saying Nina's so badass with the flexing emoji. And that's how we roll there. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Artisan says, "Evening, Madam Bergman. Samurai and Dojo Army, I'm here for the Hell Hath No Fury Queen." There you go.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that one. I gave it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
And I had, Jesse Johnson, Jesse Reed Johnson. People who don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
him, he was just an incredible director.
I've been a
And
fan of that guy forever. And it was great meeting him last week, and we did like a trailer reaction together. It was great having him on the show. And a couple of days ago, I had Dominique on the show as well.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's Hell Hath No Fury month here on this Samurai Guys channel.
And I worked with Jesse before. We did Wonder Woman together.
Yes, yes. And that was a bad. Speaking of that, let's get to that. That was a badass. This is great artwork poster too, by the way. This was a badass. I remember this back in the day. This was a badass fan film. Really, really enjoyed it, man. Like
Yeah.
you were doing all kinds of cool stuff, like head scissors takedowns. You grabbed the minigun, was just blowing up planes. Like it was great. It's still good. It still holds up. I just watched it not too long ago. Yeah, yeah. But I'm not a conspiracy guy. I'm not a conspiracy guy. All right, Samurai keeps it real. But I just wanted to point something out here. So there's a shot in the short film here. You do an awesome running flying knee, which is badass in the short. But I'm just saying, not a conspiracy guy.
Yeah. No.
I'm not a conspiracy guy, but I just wanted to point this out. Just trying to point it out there. I think somebody watched your fan film there. Got ideas. I just want to point that out. Somebody was stealing. They were stealing.
It was Jesse. It was Jesse all the way on that one. Yeah, it was Jesse flying knee kick. He's like, just fly in the air, with your knee. I was like, okay, no. Of course.
Have you done like Muay Thai or kickboxing?
Yeah, I've trained mixed martial arts like my whole life, but boxing, I was an amateur boxer. That's how I supported myself through college, and so boxing was my thing. And then I was a ballerina since I was 4 years old. Like I went to ballet school in Moscow with the Bolshoi Theater, New York City Ballet. When I came to New York at 16, so I've always been extremely physical. So I had the ballet and the boxing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the martial arts always came natural to me.
Nice.
Choreography and stuff.
Well, this knee that you threw was natural. No wires.
No, there wasn't any wires.
That's right. No wires.
With trying to make Jesse happy.
Well, it was awesome. And if you have not seen that fan film, make sure you guys check it out. It was pretty cool. So let's just kind of jump around a little bit and have some fun with your filmography here. You have a short here called Pilots.
Yes.
How was it working on that short, and how was it working with John Malkovich?
It was, incredible. It was one of the first big things that I shot. It was a full length, and they flew me to Zurich. And at that time, I was so brand new that I was like a little bit starstruck. And John Malkovich was a very introverted, and we didn't talk much because he was narrating the story about this woman he fell in love with. So he's telling the story, and I was the first female pilot he fell in love with. So we would always cross, but we would never actually do the scenes together. And he was just, I was very shy at that time,
Yeah.
And so I didn't, and carrying like a movie like that, one of your first gigs, it was pretty hardcore. So, I was very kind of, just kind of sticking with myself doing research. I'm one of those, when I get a gig, I go crazy with research, as an actor.
Right.
My big tool. I just eat like the character, sleep like the character, talk like the character, walk like the character. Like I become a little bit obsessive. And it was 3 months. So for 3 months I was,
So you kind of, you do a little bit of method then. You kind of stay in character.
Hardcore method all the way. I'm one of those. I can't, not for those heavier parts. Like
I was gonna say, when you still method when you were Ash.
No, the Ash. I just went inside and I found I just pretended like,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's well, cool. That was cool. I mean, I wanted to show that and just ask what it was to working with John. But
Yeah.
that's awesome. First gig. How cool is that?
Yeah.
Working with some Big John there.
Mhm.
Let's talk about Black Limousine. How was it working on this?
It was, I played a singer, ta-da, and I have a band, yeah. And I'm in this particular one, I'm having a nervous breakdown because I believe in the conspiracy of 9/11, and David Arquette plays a limo driver. And we had a whole thing, me and David Arquette, in the movie.
Yeah, yeah, in the
um,
movie.
they actually didn't end up keeping where he's driving me around and I sing. There's a scene where I sing at the Bible room, and you know what I mean. So it was fun, and David Arquette was fun. He's method all the way, like
Oh,
crash the limo,
really?
and yeah, or I don't know what well he was like. I'm focused when I'm on set, but that was a different kind of level of focused. He was like
Oh,
in
he's
in
like
in a
serious.
like, yeah, I mean, I get there too, but he could. I think I acknowledge people. He didn't even acknowledge people. He was just in his bubble.
Oh,
You
wow.
still say hi to the makeup artist and say hi to people.
And then character
His
only,
tears
character.
get into.
Wow. Wow, I didn't know David Arquette was method. How interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what he does, but he disappeared for that particular part.
Wow.
Hmm.
Interesting. Interesting. How
Hmm.
about the way shower here?
That's when I met Peter Stormare.
Yes.
Yes, and
And you first time you met him was in Wonder Woman, right?
no, I brought him to Jeff
Oh.
Wonder Woman. Yes, because I was in Utah uh, with him for 6 weeks, and we played this. We had the same character, so we are Eric Roberts' bad conscience.
Oh, okay.
So I am the badass who kicks everyone's ass and
Of course.
do all the talking, and Peter is just kind of being Peter Stormare. I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
explain it. So for 6 weeks, we were in a ghost town in Utah, and we were just with nothing to do. There was no alcohol. There's nothing. We're living in like a old place where all the prostitutes used to live or something, and there was like nothing in the town. So Peter and I, needless to say, spent a lot of time together. And then I drove out. I had a black Thunderbird. We shot in that. So Peter and I spent a lot of time sitting in my Thunderbird talking. We became very close. So when we did Wonder Woman, he's one of my favorite actors. I was like, well,
Yeah.
gotta bring Peter.
He's phenomenal. He's really
I
good,
think
that
he
guy.
is. He's one of my favorites, and he's so,
Especially in Constantine where he played the devil basically.
yes,
That's got to be one of the best interpretations of the devil ever. Just great. He was just so good in that.
he's amazing. And I mean, you just don't know. You just don't know what that man is gonna do. So you're always on your toes, and it's so fun because you never know what the scene is gonna be, and he just does whatever he wants to do.
Could you say you learned a lot from him?
Oh yeah, I mean, he was the one that sat me down and was like, "Hey, Nina, I know you want to be Meryl Streep, but you're not. So embrace who you are. Like people see you as this badass. You play these badass characters, and just embrace it. You know what I mean?" And he's like, and then once you get to a certain level, you can start branching out, and you can start.
Right.
You like Hell Hath No Fury. She's very strong and she's a badass, but it's a complete different
Right.
badass than what I normally play. But he
Yeah.
was like, find your niche, like find your niche. Don't fight it, don't fight it.
I like that.
Yeah, so I did. He's like, so I just went with it. I was like, if that's how people see me, that's what I'm gonna play.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that's actually pretty good advice. And
Yeah.
then you evolve along the way as a better
Yeah.
actress. You just get better and better and better.
Yes, and then watching him just taking his time and just trying things and being like whatever spontaneous idea he had, he would just do without even thinking. Where I was a little more like, well, I don't know, and you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he just didn't censor himself. So I think this whole time I've been aspiring to, be as free as,
Right.
yeah, and
Yeah. I
yeah,
can dig it. I like that. I like that. Citizen X here, where you played the character of Trinidad.
yeah.
Man, so you're with some legends in here. You got Patrick Kilpatrick. You got Olivia Gruner in here. I mean, that guy's amazing, amazing old school martial arts legend right there,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, he was old school. Yeah. I play a girl who's obsessed with blood. She loves to kill, and she has her libido is very.
Certain things turn her on, right?
Yeah, she's
Right.
very. You know what I mean? She's very. And I met my best girlfriend on that set, DP named Carmen Cabana, who's a cinematographer. You know, who just did Resident Evil. She did Narcos. She's
Nice.
and you know, used to work for Jesse Johnson when she first started. Yeah,
Oh,
I guess Jesse was her mentor. Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
All right. How was it working on Assassin X?
I because of her especially, you know, I just loved it. I had so much fun, and it's a super fun character, and they let me kind of again do whatever I wanted to do. You know, they listened to me. Art Camacho, the director, listened to all my suggestions, and I had Carmen shooting me, who I trust and love. So, and I have like this crazy bloodthirsty uh, just whack job character. So I had a lot of fun, and they used my music in it as well. They used a lot
Oh,
of
nice.
music in it. Yeah, the director used a lot of the music. So it was a really fun project. Yeah.
I saw the fight you had in there. How long did it take to put this fight together?
Well, you know, Stephanie Gerard, my co-star, who I love, it was her first time ever fighting in a movie.
Oh, okay. So you
So
had to hold back a lot.
yeah,
Okay.
nobody was. It was, I mean, she did great, but you know,
Yeah.
if you never, I'm like, just shit, like, don't
Yeah.
be scared of breaking me, you know, just go,
Right, right.
you know, when
So you
you know.
kind of had to do all the you had to carry the fight,
Yeah,
basically.
but she held up her end, but she was, you know, she'd constantly giggle. She was so cute. She'd like giggle. And the director would be like,
We were supposed to
yeah,
do a
it was,
badass fight. Stop
I know,
giggling.
I know. So yeah, and yeah, it was a great experience, and we since shot Mungus 8, I think. Oh, what it was called, Drag King. We since shot another project where I played Drag King,
Is that
and
is
when we
was that this project? This one?
no, I don't
Okay.
even know IMDb.
Is
I
this
played.
still coming out?
Yeah, there we shot like a pilot thing for it, and then
Okay.
they're doing it right now, where I play a drag king, a rock star singer,
Okay.
which is very interesting. I didn't know, so I play a dude.
Okay.
I'm a drag king.
Interesting.
Yeah,
But you got Martin Cove in here, Cobra Kai up in here.
I
Look at
know.
that.
I know.
Yeah, look at that. I actually had Patrick Kilpatrick on the show a couple of weeks back. Actually had him
No
on
way.
here. Yeah, he
No
was hanging out
way.
here, and
Yeah,
I took him down memory lane a little bit. How was it working with him?
he's a great actor. Actually, he's a great actor. Very effortless. It just flows out of him. He's yeah, he's great. You know, me and him click when it comes to work, but politically we have these opposite spectrums, so we butt heads all the time.
Yeah,
So,
when he was on the show, he got political a little bit, but it was we had a good time though. We had fun.
okay, yeah,
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 so
yeah,
we had a good time.
yeah.
This series right here,
Well, yeah.
how was it working on this one? What was your character this one?
Um, uh, I steal the girlfriend. I play a lesbian. I
Ah,
steal the girl.
hey,
Um,
all's free in love and war, man.
because I ride motorcycles, sing in a rock
Hey.
band, have short hair, but you know, people, I just get cast a lot, you know, as you know,
Yeah,
I'll take it.
you'll take it.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're a chameleon though.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, change your hair color, make it long, or you know, you do. You're an actress. You know,
Yeah,
that's right. Whatever the role needs, Nina
exactly.
will be there.
Exactly.
Speaking of, How was it being part of one of the highest grossing games of all time for the Call of Duty franchise?
It's been quite a trip. I don't really play, so I didn't really know what it was when I did this.
Yeah.
I didn't even know, and then all of a sudden, people are like, "Oh my God, you're on all the billboards in Times Square." And I was like, "For what?" They're like, Call of Duty, and I was like, "What is that a big? Oh, that's." I didn't realize how big it was. I
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
So that you did voiceover work?
Yeah, so they didn't want my voice. They used my likeness.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I do play an American a lot, but for that particular one, a lot of times if they know that I'm not American, then yeah.
They
So
get
but
scared.
they
They get
used my
cold feet.
likeness, so I did everything.
That's kind of flattering in a way. That's kind of badass that they just saw your likeness and were like, we don't have to create anything. We have the perfect likeness right here. This is what we want. That's
I mean,
kind of crazy.
I was like that cool in real life, but
See, they heard. Word got around.
yeah,
So this was like the first movie I actually saw you in here. Hold on one second. The Car,
the car.
Road to Revenge. Yeah, I went out and bought this and brought it home and watched it, and we had fun with it, and it was entertaining. A lot of fun stunts and effects in this movie, but I mean, I got a fanboy a little bit. I'm sorry, I got a fanboy a little bit. The only character I remember, the only character worth mentioning, in my opinion, was Ash. Son, Ash showed up and just stole every scene in the movie. I mean, this was just such a fun, badass character. Whipping. I mean, look at this. Look at this character. Look at this. Where's the action figure? Where's the Funko Pop? What's up?
It says she was a pyromaniac. She was fun.
Yeah.
She was fun. I mean, it was one of those movies that's so much fun to shoot, and then sometimes when you see the movie, you're like, oh, you know what I mean? Oh, what happened? It was one of those. So, it's hard for me to be objective.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the character was fun.
Yeah. Was this a little similar to?
Hair as
What's
you.
up?
I had the same hair. I had pink on top.
There it is. That's right. See, super fan. No, just kidding. I'm kidding. It's dark red, Nina.
So
I'm just goofing around. But so kind of similar to Trinidad,
yeah,
you did bring a lot of yourself to this character. Did
myself.
parts? Okay, parts.
Yeah, myself on a few glasses of something.
But I was just like, okay, she's got the look, she's badass, and what? Flamethrower? What?
Yeah.
Come on now, flamethrower. So
Yeah.
yeah, I was a fan of your character definitely, and the fight scene you had in this one. Similar question to the earlier one. How long did it take to get this beat down going?
Well, the same thing. The actress, she's an amazing actor, but I don't think she's ever done stunt, fight scenes before.
Right.
So there was a lot of doubling with a stunt double, and it was a little tough. And a lot of those movies, when it's overseas, it was shot in Bulgaria. We don't get the time to rehearse the stunt scenes, so it's
Right.
like you run through it and then you show up and then you're shooting it. Where I was like, hey, if we had like 1 week, we could you know what I mean?
Oh wow.
Yeah, we could do a lot. So
Yeah.
so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But, again, it's so much easier to do with stunt people and people that have done it before. It's always harder. I'm not good enough to cover up for someone else,
Gotcha.
if that makes sense. Like
Gotcha.
some
Gotcha.
guys, they know how to,
Yeah.
and I'm not really a stunt girl. I'm just good at doing
Yeah.
it, but I'm not a stunt girl. I'm not a pro.
Yeah, but you bring up a good point. When you work with other professionals that's in the game, and it's like it's a totally different rhythm.
Yes.
Like they get where you're going and they know how to react.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so easy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Yeah, it totally makes sense.
Yeah,
Sexy Sumo says we need an actual Ash action figure that actually shoots fire. Yes, yes.
I would love that.
So chat's having fun with us. I'm having a blast. We're getting close to Hell Hath No Fury here. Really quick though, this short here. What's this all about? NYX.
Yeah, so I've been working on this for 2.5 years now, and it's finally coming to fruition. It's
Nice.
James Bond, and I play the James and the villain, and Ron
What?
and basically. So, and now we have Daniel Bernhardt got involved, and
Oh shit.
mm-hmm.
All right. All
I
right.
can't say much, but I
Okay. Okay.
really excited. So it's been 2.5 years in the making
Okay.
with Carmen Cabana, my girlfriend, and I, and it's finally, yeah. Things
Nice.
in Hollywood. You know what I mean? Things takes time, and it's finally coming
Yeah.
together. So I'm really
How
happy.
was it? How was it working with the Perlminator?
Nah, he's all right. Ron is just one of the best actors out there. I mean, he can read a phone book and you're
Yeah.
mesmerized. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, he's just, you know, um, yeah, yeah.
He's
Yeah,
he's Ron Perlman.
uh, I mean, as a human being, as an actor, if you haven't read his book, I strongly suggest reading his book. He has a biography out, and
Oh, all right.
yeah, and he is a profound human being and actor, and I'm very proud to call him a friend.
Nice. Yeah,
Yes.
he's
We
that
love
guy's a legend,
projects
man.
together, yeah.
He is a legend.
Mhm.
But yeah, you got me excited for this. I can't wait to talk
No,
about
I'm really,
this.
really excited. I'm that
Yeah.
one is, yeah,
Yeah.
playing twins
Labor of love, a labor of love.
is a labor of love, yeah.
Nice, nice. All right. Let's get to the big one here.
Yes.
Booyakasha, booyakasha. Hell hath no fury. That's right. Leading lady Nina is starring in it. Now, when Jesse was when we were hanging out last week on the
Yeah.
show, he mentioned, he's describing things and he was doing the best that he could to talk about the movie and give his commentary, but without spoiling it, right?
Yeah.
Which I'm sure you're going to do the same thing, and Dom did the same thing.
Yeah.
But he was telling me about what they did back then. And can you go into this in detail? Like, I'm obviously with the shaving of the head and the humiliation part of it, and brand and marking the females. So what was the purpose of that
It was
besides humiliation?
Yeah, it was the walk of shame. So anyone who had been affiliated with the Nazis, that's what they would do. They would strip them of their clothes, shave their heads so they were unattractive,
Yeah,
and very commonly, draw that on their foreheads, and so they were marked. But
right.
after studying and learning, like my character Marie went to Ravensbrück, which was for 3 years one of the worst concentration camps, and after learning what they did to these women and people, and without getting into details, I mean, when I shot, I cried myself to sleep every night. Like every night, I was reading about this, and it was like I knew as a Danish person, we have to learn about the history. We have to learn about it's a part of our education. We go to the concentration camps. And so I already knew a lot,
Yeah,
but the thing is, the women and the men that went through it, most of them that are still alive, are not talking about it because it was so horrific that most people that survive it just kind of forget about it, and try to forget about it and move on with their life. And there were all these unsung heroes, these women who would date these Nazis to gather information out of them. And
yeah,
character Marie was one of them. And the walk of shame was horrific and humiliating, but when you learn what they did in the concentration camps, and there's some scenes in the movie where they talk, it's all about gold, and
right.
most of that gold was, stolen from, when you were in the concentration camp. If you got an X on your back, it meant, before they would, gas you and, do whatever they're doing to you, they would pull your teeth, or they would, you had gold, on your body. And so a lot of the gold from back then was, from wedding rings, teeth,
Yeah,
all these different kind of things. And
It was heavy stuff,
it
man.
was heavy, heavy,
Yeah.
heavy stuff. And it's not even that long ago. And I just feel it's so important that we remember so we, don't repeat history. And I think it's so important that we know about these women because they're just forgotten. I
Right.
didn't even know, and I consider myself pretty educated, and I
Right.
didn't even know, so
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even know until Jesse told me. I was like, "Oh my goodness." So you
yeah.
had to really, besides the immersing yourself in the world and doing a lot of research, the good and the bad and the ugly,
Mhm.
obviously. Were there any characters or actors or situations that you had to draw inspiration to help you with Marie?
So what I do, is like a lot of people like will watch, other World War II movies and see how other people did it, and I didn't have enough time to do a lot of research. So what I did was, and I try to do that with most of my art, I go inward. So I would read about the history. I would watch, Jesse Johnson had me watch this Russian movie, World War II movie about like the feel of the movie,
Hmm.
the mood of the movie, but I did not want to watch any other women play World War II characters because I was scared that I would subconsciously borrow from them, or
Right.
I wanted
Right.
it to be as organic as I could. So I just watched everything I could get my hands on that was about their stories and their images, and I would just cram my head with all these images, what the concentration camps look like, what they did to these women, what the after effect looked like, what just and then just see what it would do to me.
Right.
And then whatever all of those images and all those stories and everything that was now in my body, what would it do to me? And then act accordingly, if that
Right.
makes sense, because I just wanted it to be as organic as I possibly
Yeah.
could
Real.
get. Yeah,
Your own.
yeah,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't want to, because her story is so unique, and I just wanted it to be like if I really could put myself in her story, what I mean, I'll probably react similarly
Right.
to her, except what I learned was doing that role was, she has a very quiet strength. And I think when you put in these extreme circumstances, you find this, you hear about women when, a truck is like running over their kid, they can like lift a truck. We have these powers that we don't use. We don't use our brain. We just use, a tiny bit of the capacity,
Yeah.
I think it's the same with these women. She had this inner strength. She was on the skinnier side, so I had to lose some weight and stuff, but had this strength, that is so different from mine because I go out and I punch and I scream and I yell,
Right. Right.
you know what I mean? And hers was just quiet, and her
Yeah.
strength was so much stronger than mine. I think I wouldn't have endured what she endured. I mean, just the first night in Ravensbrück, what they do to these women, I don't even want to say it because it's just
Yeah.
so like grotesque,
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have made it. I don't know if I would. I don't know. I don't know. So what I love about these parts is you learn from these characters, and I was like, even though she's not loud like me, she has this inner strength that I learned a lot from.
Right.
She had to go way in there, and she's a lot braver than me. I would have thrown in the towel a lot earlier in this movie.
I
I would
think
have.
we all would have thrown in the
Yeah,
towel.
yeah, it was just, I mean, what
Yeah.
she went through. And then the beautiful thing was Jessie did it in chronological order, so of her experience. So
Oh, okay.
otherwise, I don't think. I mean, I would have done whatever the movie needed, but you know, as we were filming, I got more and more beat up, and the scars and the bruises, and they were like
Right. Right.
from the shooting and from falling and being tackled and doing all the crazy stuff. So it was so much easier for me to, because I
Yeah.
could use the environment. I
Right.
was, got
Yeah.
skinnier and skinnier and more destroyed, and Jesse beating me up more and more.
Yeah. Yeah. He mentioned it, man. He was like, man, this was a grimy, dirty, balls to the walls shoot.
It
Like he
was.
was just like, man, but you guys pulled it off, So I'm excited definitely to check out the movie. But
Me
how
too.
was it? How was it to work with Timothy again?
Ah, I loved him. He is a, studio. He's an actor, studio actor. So he works like me, in the sense he goes all the way. He takes his time. He does his crazy exercises before scene. He's
Yeah.
in there with me, and it's not a lot of. As I say, it's rare you meet someone who wants to play with you. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Right there with you, and it's just become so much easier because then you can live it. You can truly live it, and again, he has a little bit of that Peter Stormare thing where you don't really know what he's gonna do next. You
Keeps
know,
you on your toes.
and it keeps you on your toes,
Yeah.
and he's a very powerful actor. Like, he looked at me, and I was like, oh my god, like it, like there's a sea, yeah, like, and those piercing blue eyes, and
Yeah.
a knife right on your throat, and it's just a little too hard. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
A little too hard, and I
Mm-hmm.
look at him, and you're like,
Yeah.
you just don't really.
I'm actually kind of freaking out now.
He's fantastic. I love
Yeah, I
him.
always thought he was. He's
Mhm.
kind of an underrated actor. I always thought he was good. I mean, I liked him in Appaloosa. He's a good actor.
Yeah,
I want him to get more credit. So hopefully, this movie, when it comes out, will put all of you guys on the map.
yeah, yeah.
Because there's quality to this work here. Speaking of this guy, Louis, man, another legend. How was it working with him?
I worked with him in Doom Annihilation in Bulgaria.
Oh,
I
that's right.
Yeah, I did Doom Annihilation, a video game that was made into a movie. And so I worked with him in Bulgaria. So we already had a great work. Like, all the other actors would go party, do their thing, fool
Yeah.
around. And Louis and I would kind of be in the corner doing our thing, looking at each other, and we were like, all right. You know what I mean? We're both cut from the same cloth. We're both there on set and staying
Yeah.
in character and working on whatever. And so we clicked right away. And you know, um, there was supposed to be another actor playing my part, another actress from Europe,
Okay.
and she had issues getting in because of COVID. And
Oh.
Louis was one of them. I was like, Jesse, and I did the table read, and then Jesse let me do the table read, and then after I did the table read, everyone came up to Jesse, and Louis was one of them that pushed really hard. You know, because again,
Nice.
as I said, it's like might not be the obvious choice. I might not be the obvious choice for Marie because she's a lot more, as you see, she's different from me, very different from me. But I'm
Yeah.
a actor, so it's hard for anyone to know
Like a
unless.
little mousy,
Yeah,
subdued, a
she's
little.
mousy, but remember I said she's stronger than me.
Right. Right.
So it's like she was very interesting because I mean, you have like all these Nazis around her and soldiers with guns, and I'm in a little slip. You know
Right.
what I mean? And I don't have the strength that these men have. So,
Right.
and at those times, and so that's what I'm saying. She was very vulnerable, and she's a victim, but yet again, her inner
Right.
strength.
Right. And then it was time to kick ass and take names. I mean, that's the vibe I'm getting from the trailer. The internal
Yeah,
power and energy comes out.
yeah. That's towards the end. I think
Right.
at the trailer too, they want to show the most exciting part,
Yeah.
but then there's so many colors up till then. That
Right.
yeah, you don't see in the trailer because I think that they give it all away. Yeah,
Well, I'm perfectly fine. It's a drama. I mean, you need character development. And then when the action happens, it feels a lot more impactful. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, when Jesse was describing the plot, without spoiling too much, he definitely gave off a spaghetti western vibe in terms of kind of like, who do you trust? Who can
yeah,
you trust? And I love movies like that, man. I really like movies like that. Is that Dom in the back there? Look at Dom
yeah.
being a little
You,
badass back there.
you was one of my favorite characters.
That
Yeah,
guy was great, man. We had fun a couple of days ago talking. But yeah, I can't wait to check this movie out. And cinematography, I mentioned this to Jesse. Like, this movie looks great in terms of cinematography.
Yeah.
Everything just looks really good here.
Yeah, the cinematographer did a really great job, and I thought they did a very great job at making her, you know, because it could very easily be, I'm running around in a tiny little slip, all right, so it
Yeah,
could
yeah.
very easily be something that it's not supposed to be, and I think the way they shot it and the way Jesse directed it, and you just you know, he everything was focused on the story and the characters and
Right.
the mood, the shots, the coloring, and I think everything that they did kind of amplified the story and the characters, and they did a really good job. They did nothing that took away from that. You know how some
Right.
directors want to be flashy and cool effects
Yeah.
and that, and they didn't do any of that. I thought they just did enough to amplify what it was like back then.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't pretty.
Yeah.
It was dirty, gritty, grimy. Did you
It,
have any? Did you have any weapons training you had to take, or you already knew all this stuff?
I mean, I have, one of my motorcycles and guns, even though I'm against them both because motorcycles are too dangerous and guns kill people.
Yeah.
So I don't like neither. But, I go to the shooting range all the time and I'm actually a pretty good shooter and I just
Nice.
love it. I just love
Nice.
it. I love, if I had like more time, that's definitely something I would put more time into. So I have, and one of my pet peeves are like if actors smoke a cigarette and they don't smoke, or they hold a gun and they don't like. It's really a pet peeve of mine.
Right.
You know,
And
so
you could tell, right? Like
yeah,
that
you can
person.
tell. So I would try. I don't even know if Jesse knew that. Like I would like get Sasha. One of the guys that worked on the set to like give me the gun so I could just hold it and play with it and just get a little bit more familiar with it,
Yeah.
so it looks like when she picks it up, you know what I mean? I just because each gun is so different and I just wanted her to so it looked like, I mean, this is like,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So
Well, this
no.
shot here, this shot right here, I feel really sorry for the person who's on the other side.
He deserved it. He
Nice.
deserved it.
Good. Good. That means I'm going to cheer.
That's all
I'm
I
going to
can
cheer when
say.
this happens.
Very unexpected shot, but he deserved it.
Good. 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 I can't wait. So, speaking of, hey, let's watch the trailer. Let's have some fun. I'll watch the trailer really quick. Let me go ahead and bring it up here. And we'll watch it and have a good old time here. All right, let's have some fun. Let me blow it up a little bit more. There we go. Hell Hath No Fury trailer. Let's check it out again.
You want to tell us where that gold is? Maybe we can all go home.
I'm doing my best to remember. I promise.
If I were you, I'd keep real still, Marie.
And
When the fighting is over, freedom.
Ne tire pas. Je suis résistante.
Then we're going to tar and feather that girl. She begged us to help her. Promised the major buried treasure.
We don't find that gold by sundown. This will not end nicely for you.
No gold, Major.
You're the one that told us there was gold here, Marie.
Vive France!
Damn! They here waiting for us.
I don't know.
She's a liar. Hitler's elite guard. Think there's a chance they just pass us by?
Hell no, they're coming. We will let you live. You gotta help us kill these Nazis. You said you can shoot. The question is, can you really? If we ambush them just right, they die.
Get in position!
We won't stand a chance.
go. Let's go.
Don't
Don't you see? She's using you.
One clever trickster, Marie.
Maybe we put down these guns. We all get a little piece of that gold. We got a deal?
No more deals.
Yo.
No.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Still looks good. Still excited. I think that is the perfect way to end the stream today. I could talk to you all day about movies, but I know you're extremely busy and you got a lot of things to do. It was an honor and a privilege to have you hanging out here with the Samurai today. I really appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out with us. And like we tell all our guests here, hey, make this your second home. Come back anytime you want. That's
It
right.
was a lot of fun.
That's right. Anything you'd like to say to your fans and people watching right now before we wrap it up?
Yeah, please go and watch the movie November 5th. I think they'll be pleasantly surprised. It's not at all what they think it's going to be.
Right.
Really, I'm really rooting for this one. It's a really special one. So please go and see it. Or if you can't go to the theater, then it comes out November 9th on all the streaming services. So
There you go.
yeah, Hell Hath
Brought to us by Well Go USA, so they're always reliable. They
Yeah.
get the movies out here, so we don't have to worry about any ruckus not happening.
Mhm.
Look at this. Chat's excited already. Damn, that looks effing badass. There we go. Eric, never gets old. Love it.
Awesome.
And Artisan says, thank you, Queen Bergman. So
Mm.
that's right. That's right. And again, seriously, though, come back anytime.
I will.
I mean that. And hang out with this knucklehead. And now I'll go do some sit-ups. I'll eat some vegetables just for you.
None of that. I like
Just for you, Nina.
Okay. I can't wait to see you next time I come back.
Hell yeah. Oh, now there's pressure on me now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But this was a blast. Chat, everybody make sure you support Nina's work. That's right. Keep a lookout. She is on the rise. And as an actress, she's on the rise. And I'm very happy for her, getting the chance to, hey, it's fun being badass. But hey, now you're evolving and experimenting with other characters, which is the whole purpose of being a great actress, right? So we're rooting for you. We're in your corner. All right?
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, thanks again. Nina, don't go anywhere. All right, guys, thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Until next time. Hell hath no fury, baby. Woo!